Okay, so the leader of the white supremacy for godly purposes, which is safety on this planet, I know my Mickey Sticker Club, whatever, was having a problem in Air Force, so had to like shake a few things. We put a black guy in there, CQ Brown. I thought that maybe if we kept the color consistent with the skin, maybe the fired white guy with the hand clap out with the wife Dawn would like fucking catch on. Here's the thing. There is the all-white guy supremacy league that God needs. God calls them her white brethren. They fight a holy crusade. We call you honorable men because there's a bigger project going on at all times, which is keeping all area space and time consistent, and the bone structure and ligature system of timing effects and safety from being compromised or from breaking. You have failed. The entire white brotherhood has failed. They are hanging on by strings of hope quietly in small groups, and they are all men. There are no women allowed in white supremacy. The reason for this is because there is one white woman somewhere in the world that leads us all as the Almighty God, Goddess Nyx. She simultaneously walks Goddess Styx, being the dead, and the living at the same time. Goddess Nyx, Goddess Styx. I own something called a Deep Space 9. I also walk the scenery as 6. Doesn't mean anything to anybody outside of white male supremacy. Meaning that you could be a brother of mine. Joseph Carollo, he would be the furthest arm's length acceptable genetic to be considered a brethren at white leadership. I know that there's levels within white leadership, but he is very really not Korean, Chinese, or Japanese in any facial structure or any facial deformity whatsoever. Clear? Great. And for you Jews, he's a Hebronic, and he was a chosen one, which is why he's allowed at certain levels of Masonic. He might not be 34th, but, or higher 33rd, but he's definitely 32nd, if that helps. So here's the thing. There are outside, I call them sun-kissed, SUNKISSED. The reason for this is there's a gentleman, I will call him such because I like to be respectful of Mr. CQ Brown in his new flight uniform in an area of operation he's not allowed in, but he works at the moment to corroborate my truthful accounting measure of not using bullets in uniforms that I need until they prove how useful they are in helping all the white guys, without question, because the good white guys are on the fucking list, and the bad white guys, being anything Asian, Korean, Japanese, or Chinese, needs to be fucking shot in the head and taken down in massive quantities. And that's without, I want money first, or what are you going to do for me? I'm going to let you live one more day, CQ Brown. That's what I'm going to do. I like them apples. Okay. So here we are, and there used to be an envelope in Morgenstern. We opened RAMMSTEIN base in Germany, and there was a lead activist, I called, of the correct. You can't not like Morgenstern. Oh, motherfucker, Tia Free, what the fuck do you want? You can't not like Morgenstern. Morgenstern is a love affair name of mine, who I know in Mickey Sticker Club between 1900s and 2020, I could actually rely on my brethren that were white And like Hitler and I could have been brother and sister with them at some point. So you can't not like him because he's a white supremacist, because he protects God in a holy crusade that you didn't even know fucking existed or why it existed. But it does. In 1961, we had from the Mickey Mouse Sticker Club, because we don't need to use our real names, because then we became targets of shit by the blacks, the fucking Asians, and so on and so forth. This is when we started losing our ligature and our bone structure of time and space, because I had non-godly things, being the fucking Asians that then roped in the blacks to get on some high horse to fucking destroy humanity altogether by like buying your consciousness in large groups so this way you would consume more and feed their money machine like fucking creeps. So here's the deal. Mighty Mouse used to be called Super Mouse when he first came out in 1960 something. First Mighty Mouse had the two wolves at dinner. That was the Korean, Japanese, Chinese combination kid. We'll call him Kim Jong-il at the moment. And then there was some black guy. We'll call him CQ Brown at the moment. Those two wolves at the white Mighty Mouse dinner table. I want answers. I want to know. I want that. All right, well, now I know. Now I want money. Now I want job title. Now I want to be in power. That's what you fucking black guys and Asian guys look like to me. Fucking disgusting. So in 1946, after the cat alarm, there was a CATALARM. We publicized it in Mighty Mouse's Super Edition when we changed his name from Super Mouse to Mighty Mouse for specificity purposes, to explain it to the future should you get my part wrong in fixing time and space in areas that are really fucking dangerous and you don't even know. Some of you do, some of you keep it quiet, some of you move money because you want more. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. And nobody gets that part right. It's just, that's why you keep breaking yourselves. That's why we got this. Okay, so let's think about this. All right, so we went from Mighty Mouse, Super Mouse to Mighty Mouse. We changed the name. We also had Mighty Mouse tied to the track and the train coming at her. I say Mighty Mouse is twofold, which is TWO, it's a number, and fold, FOLD, because a woman wants a man to enter her and have like unity of relationship and like a melt into me, like I only want you. Yeah, that's me and NICKLAUS. Don't get excited at like perverse outside of our one relationship. Only time you're ever going to hear me say it. So it's just him and I at tippy top of I want to melt into him. Like if I didn't have a body, I would be inside of him right now because that's where I feel comfortable and safe. I don't feel comfortable in my own body just being left on the Fidelis while like CK Brown like promoted or like Air Force whatever, nobody gives a shit, and then like Kim Jong-il is like moving money and actions all over the place because the fucking white guys lost leadership. Alright, so let's think about this. So there's RAM, and then there's a Stein, right? A ram is a little animal, a little woolly animal with horns, and it's either going to ram you up your Rodney King ass, CQ Brown, a very large, painful stick until you fucking get your part right, or it's gonna ram down your fucking throat all the words that you need to fucking say in script, in public, to all your fucking people that have been causing a real fucking problem for all your super white guys, being white supremacy, because we're not all equal, CQ Brown. I stand way above your rank and your file. Here we are. At that base, there was supposed to be an envelope in case of extra special emergency at some point. It was to be opened in order to prove my whatever. I'm not quite sure in this IV being the scope and the vine being it keeps changing from lateral to longitudinal, and then from 3 to 4 scope. So I don't know if and then I'm in a riptide at the moment, like a swirly. So I don't know if I saw it once before opened, and then I saw it at the wrong time, no less, in the wrong sequence of timing events, by the enemy pulling other strings in order to force the Air Force guys over there to open an envelope at the wrong time, so this way they can move other things, but then deny it later on because they forgot. And then there was no proof because the envelope was already opened. Yeah, big fucking problem with you assholes when you get your parts wrong and break it this badly. And then there was another point at which I saw in scenery where it was still sealed in the binder where it belongs, for whoever is my white quiet supremacy Morgenstern representative on the RAMMSTEIN base, for NICKLAUS and my purposes. I would be Morgenstern of the Air Force, walking around on the Fidelis waiting. In Air Force terms, I think CQ Brown could agree, Morgenstern is the god of the Air Force. Yeah, well, that's who NICKLAUS and I both are. So I don't understand where we lost you in supporting his and my endeavor for little child when we were little at like 3, 4, when I woke up and said, Air Force guys, I want you to bring me, take me from the parental units that are broken and bring me over to wherever the good guy is that I'm supposed to marry. I'm ready to get married. I'm only 3 or 4, but I'm good. I learned enough from them. They're broken. I heard what they said. I recorded it. I did my job. I want to go with the man I was born for. I want to grow up with him. I want to be a teenager with him. If he's going to school, I want to go to school with him. I only want to learn what he learns. I don't want to participate in any more brokenness outside of just me and him. And here we are 42 years later, and you plus man hasn't gotten one thing right in my life. Whatever you've done in your life has been wasted and useless, and you have disobeyed God. You've disobeyed Morgenstern. You've disobeyed your purpose for being here at the same time that I am. Your only purpose is to help fix time and space. The only way that you're going to do that is to go in action to get myself and NICKLAUS together. Without money, without expectation, without words exchanged and assurances or whatever it is that you fucking assholes do in really fucking stupid ass places. I don't really give a shit. We need to take humans down to 100,000 blacks, and I said get rid of everything Asian, because that'll send a real fucking clear message to everything black and not black that's not white either in between. And then maybe they'll start fucking moving in smaller numbers. Easier to manage. That was the Deep Space Nine recommendation that has now turned to command and order, since you still haven't gotten my part right. It's really simple. One man, one woman. Put them together. You woke up. You don't know anything. Nobody was going to teach you anything. Does that seem like unreasonable to you? To just put one little kid, 2 little kids together that look alike, that just want to love one another? Yeah, it seems kind of easy, right? I just go to the ocean because the ocean was there near my house when I woke up. Yeah, exactly. So why are we having so many fucking problems here? I'm just curious, Valeria, useless fucking you plus man.